So glad I made it. I made it through. In spite of the storm and rain, heartache and pain, I'm still alive, declaring I made it through. I didn't lose, experienced the loss at a major cost, but I never lost faith in you. Then the song says, so if you see me crying, yeah, it's just a sign that I'm still alive. May have some scars, but I'm still alive in spite of calamity, confusion. Still has a plan for me, and it's working for my good. And it's building my testimony. Can I say it again? So glad I made it. Is there anybody glad you made it today? I made it through. In spite of the storm and rain, heartache and pain, I'm still alive, declaring I made it through. My God, I didn't lose, experienced lost at a major cost, but I never lost faith in you. So if you see me crying, yeah, it's just a sign that I'm still alive. I'm still alive. May have some scars, but I'm still alive in spite of calamity. Still has a plan for me. And what a long money that is working for my good. And is building my testimony. Can y'all help me? It says, so glad I made it. So glad I made it. I made it through. I made it through. It says, so glad I made it. So glad I made it. Do I have a witness in here? I made it through. I made it through. Say, so glad I made it. So glad I made it. Oh, I made it through. Oh, I made it through. Say, so glad I made it. So glad I made it. So glad. You sound good. I made it through. I made it through. I made it through. I made it through. Said, so glad I made it. Yeah, so glad I made it. Is there anybody in here that know that you made it? That know that you know that you know. That know that you know that you know. That know that you know that you know. So glad I made it. I made it. I made it. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. So glad. I made it through. I made it through. If it had not been for Jesus, thought I was going to lose my mind. Do I have a witness in here? There was times I couldn't help myself. But thanks be unto God that the hand over my life covered me with grace and mercy. Covered me with grace and mercy. Is there anybody in here that glad that you made it? If it had not been for the hand of God, if it had not been for his grace and mercy, said I could have been dead, sleeping in my grave. Said I could have been dead, sleeping in my grave. Said I could have been dead, sleeping in my grave. Said I could have been dead. Oh, I made it. I made it. I made it. Is there anybody in here that know that you made it? Is there anybody in here that know that you made it? Wait a minute, slow down, wait. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, I don't know if you know what a miracle looks like. Tell him, I don't know if you know what a miracle feels like. But can you just grab him by the hand and shake him and tell him, neighbor, I am a miracle. And if it hadn't been for him, I am a miracle. Yeah. So glad I made it. So glad I made it. Yeah. So glad I made it. Just sit down. Is there anybody here that's so glad you made it? I made it through. I made it through. Clap your hands and give them some glory because you made it.